This is the pump that I'm using, and I believe I got this at Harbor Freight. It's a Pittsburgh brand. And so basically it's pulling the fluid up and then pumping it out here. And you can see down at the bottom, it's still pretty dark. And that's after one full quart. That's one whole quart down. Still got one quart left, and the fluid is still greenish brown. You might be able to tell that this is after the second time of putting new fluid in. And you might be able to tell that it's still a greenish brown color. So still need to go a couple more times. Good thing is I got two of these 32 ounce containers, or 1 quart containers. This is round 2. 10 right, 10 left. When you turn left and right, you don't need to hold it. Just keep going left and right. What this is doing is mixing the old fluid with the new fluid. Yes, you're wasting new fluid, but in the end, your fluid will be much cleaner than it was initially. This is round number 3. Probably don't need to show this anymore, but I think everybody gets the hint. Turn it left and right 10 times. So this would be the 3rd time. So I'm hoping that the fluid in the reservoir is a little bit clearer this time. But who knows? I didn't show it, but prior to starting, what I did is I took some fluid out to minimize how much fluid was in the reservoir. And then what I did is I took the clips off and removed the reservoir, flushed it out, but apparently this fluid, I don't know if it's just over time or the wrong type being used, but the reservoir itself is stained pretty bad. So it didn't really come too clean. I mean, the container's clean, it's just that you can kind of see there's some white spots and dark spots on it. But yeah, I used brake cleaner. It didn't clean it, so it didn't remove the stains, but it is clean. And then I used an air compressor to blow out all of the residual water and brake cleaner that was in it before I hooked it back up. And then also one other thing is, it may seem like you're not removing a lot of fluid, and part of the reason why is because there's a screen at the bottom that's probably about 2/3 of the way down, and so you can't pull that fluid that's below that screen, so you only get what's above the screen. For reference, if you buy genuine Honda power steering fluid, this is a Fram brand, you know you got the right brand if it is a very clear fluid. The power steering fluid for this Honda specifically is clear. Other vehicles will have different colors, but this one is clear. This is the color of the power steering fluid after what would be 4 refills, and I've only got enough to do 1 more, so not looking good. May have to go get some more in order to get this clearer than it is. Here we are 6 days later. I'm gonna cycle another quart through, so this will be a total of 3 quarts that's being cycled through. Just wanted to let it cycle through naturally instead of doing a forced exchange. This was more natural, just driving around for 6 days before putting the 3rd quart in. So there it is. That would be a total of 10 flushes. So it's about 85%. It's yellow. It's not brown or black. And then don't do what I almost did, where I almost did another flush, which would have left me with no power steering fluid left. So luckily I caught it just in time to realize that I still needed to fill the reservoir after the last flush.